All right. And we are live. Hello, one and all. Finally got it working here. This is a very impromptu thing here. But, I mean, I talked about it yesterday in the video I posted. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Anyways, look what I just got in the mail. Package from Amazon. Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. Watoosh. Nice. Figured I'd stream this for an hour or so today. And, we'll check it out together. See how we like it. I really like Final Fantasy XII. I like it a lot. I'm excited to play this version. Especially because I'll be able to fast forward through a bunch of it and not have to beat it for the third time in, 3 months. Playing 60 hours or more. So that'll be good. Hello, let's see. Rurutu M and Lois S. How are you guys doing? Alright, we've got it all open here. Oh, last part there. Let's open it up. Bam. That's what we got inside. Pablo Rodriguez, what's up? I'm going to stick the disc in. Like that. Let me know if the levels are okay, everybody. What's up, Mohammed? Good to see you streaming again, says Pablo. Thank you. It's nice to be streaming again. Uh-oh. We're going to have one of those updates. Day one updates. Let's find out. William Diaz, what's up? I put your question into our podcast for tomorrow, so we're going to answer it for you. Your question was, what's the fastest you've ever beat a game, I believe. What's up, Mike E? What Zodiac Age have over the base game? It has an entirely new job system. The original game had a very open-ended license board where you could make any character into anything, and it's just total freedom, completely open. In this version, well, in the international version of the game, which came out a couple years later, they put a job system into it where each character was locked into one class. This version of the game allows you to have 2 classes per character. And it's got the updated graphics, and you can actually, well, you could fast forward in the international version, but I think this one adds the 4 times speed, so you can fast forward really fast to make grinding go by a lot quicker and stuff like that. So we're going to find out what else it has to offer aside from that, because as far as I'm aware, it should be exactly the same as the international version. Kenny McLean, you're such a beast. I love you so much. What are you doing here? Should be working. Mikey says he hated the license board with a fire of passion. I'm very sorry to hear that. I liked it a lot. All right, let's take a look what they got on the front screen here. Oh, also it has a remastered soundtrack as well, so the soundtrack is a little different. It's a classic Final Fantasy theme. Sean McDonald, how's it going, man? Stoked for the streams again. Me too, man. It's been too long since we've streamed. Where's my mouse? There it is. I'm going to pull up your comments so I can see them a little better. There we go. Mikey says, I also hated the combat system and the walking. You know, the zones are very big. They're very, very big in the game, and I totally understand where you're coming from. In the latter half of the game, that's also how I felt. But I enjoyed combat. I think the combat really is very similar to the regular ATB system in the older games. Virtually the same. Just a lot of fighting, for sure. Fun fact, the speedrun on PS2 was fairly laggy, which is fixed now. Oh, nice. It's one of those games that really started to put me off of this series. That's too bad to hear. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's play the game. Alright, so what do we got here? Vibration function. On. Well, no, let's keep it off. No screen shake. Subtitles, yes. Yes, normal. We're going to do speed multiplier times 4. English. Oh, you can switch to the Japanese voices if you want. That's kind of cool. Music. We can do the original or the reorchestrated. I'm going to do reorchestrated for now. But I might switch that back later on. Everything else should be the same. Begin the game. When does this come to PC? Who knows? It will eventually, though. You can be sure of that. Can we get the game sound up just a notch? Give me just a second. And, well, let me watch the cutscene first. As soon as I take control, I'll do that. Do you guys think a Final Fantasy XIII Trilogy remaster would even make sense? Not really. I think you could probably just make it 4K or something, but I don't think it's necessary to do a remaster at all on those games. In the HD era of gaming, you don't need to remaster a game, I don't think. I'm about to hear them, Muhammad. I have not listened to them yet. I've listened to a couple of them for like a little bit here and there. And I liked a little bit of what I heard, but for the most part I haven't heard any of the reorchestrated tracks. Now this one was orchestrated in the original version, so this is the same, but looks really nice. Looks really nice. Looks like they're still doing the extreme widescreen aspect ratio on the scenes here, where they have a lot of black space at the bottom for the subtitles. This was the Final Fantasy game that went over my head, so I'm excited to see this game in action. I like it a lot, man. I like it a lot. This opening scene is freaking fantastic. It's just really drew me into the world. I really love this opening scene. The music's awesome too. I love it. Sorry if you guys hear any noise in the background. They're doing some construction work in the room next to me, so.
Launch an attack by both land and air. Our kingdom will stand little.
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible.
My father? I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
The music's so good. It gives me chills. I love the music. I love this whole opening. It's very, very well done. People in opening cinematics have a very high mortality rate.
Galtea, stand watch over your life.
That I be considered worthy.
Awesome. Awesome. Rurutu, I think we all want a Xenogears remaster. All of us. A remake, actually, would be great. I have played Final Fantasy XIV, both the original and the Realm Reborn, a little bit. I don't play right now. I will jump into that full steam ahead when I'm ready to do the review for that. So I'm going to do all the offline Final Fantasies first. In the middle of reviewing Final Fantasy XII right now. I'll do 13 and 15 after that, then I'll go back to 11, and the 14 will be the last. So.
Fortress is lost! We must withdraw! No! Failing still stands.
Shield beyond sight. They're failing light.
If you ever come to 14, I will gladly help you out and give you info and details. Sounds great, man. I have a lot of people who are wanting to help with the playthroughs on Final Fantasy XI and 14, so I appreciate you guys willing to come play with me.
For my father. For my father!
I will let you know as soon as I start playing.
Lord Rasler!
William Diaz says, this is probably the best, I think, cinematic I've ever seen in a Final Fantasy game yet. I agree. This opening cinematic is seriously spectacular. It's amazing. I think the whole opening scene of the game is very well done. And that's the reason why, because of Yasumi Matsuno. He's a beast. If you've not played Vagrant Story, kind of the same way. Opening to that game is fantastic as well.
Blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace.
Hitoshi Sakimoto, beast composer. Hiroyuki Ito, beast director and battle designer.
The death of Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the Kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice.
Hey, what's up,
Arcadia
Hardcore?
in the east,
His
Rosalia, the west.
his copy is in the mail or on the
The
way.
invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the Order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender.
Hey, Chocolate Rob, what's up? Since the discussion video, I've had a long, hard think about why I don't like this entry in the series, and it's quite simply really no amnesia.
It was, thus, only with
Nice.
reluctance that he set out for
How can you have a Final Fantasy game without it? Sin to the Sizzy says, hey there, I really enjoyed your discussion videos of 12. Thank you. Glad you liked them. They're helping me to get my thoughts together and sort of piece together how I should go about doing the review. Herky Durky, what's up? How you doing? Cody, how's it going, man? So looks like you're sitting in an interrogation room. I will eventually... I have lights now, so I'm going to put a light up here that will shine a little bit more light on my face rather than this just straight from the top. I'll get that up later today. Probably before I do the before I record the podcast tonight.
You there? Can you hear me?
Bartz doesn't have amnesia, but
They're slowing us down.
Galuf does in Final Fantasy V. So
Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand?
They kept the original voice clips. So they're still pretty compressed. It looks like they did not do any re-recording.
Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17,
That's a little
sir.
disappointing. That's alright. Looks nice.
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanastre.
I haven't mentioned it yet, hardcore. I am going to wait till I've played through this a bit so I can give some thoughts on this game. I didn't have time to put the review out by yesterday anyway, so I'm just going to go in that direction.
For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
Looks really nice. I like the lighting a lot. The new lighting system.
Bossler, go ahead.
I will handle this rabble.
It looks really good.
Godspeed.
Joel, how's it going? He says, hey man, your videos got me into Final Fantasy. Currently playing 7 at the moment and loving it. What should I play next? This one? I would say play either Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy IV, or Final Fantasy IX next. But this is a good one as well.
Keep your wits about you and you'll make
I think that you'd be totally fine playing this one next. But I think if you want to really get a good example of like what Final Fantasy is all about, I'd stick with the PlayStation 1 and the Super Nintendo era first and try to get through those ones. You must always be mindful of your surroundings, look around, so it's just tutorial stuff. They have definitely... Ooh, that's not right. I'm going to have to do inverted on one of those sticks. Final Fantasy VIII is a good game. I will not fight you over it. I think it's great. Let's see. Am I going to get used to that? I think that's good. Good for now. It's all tutorial stuff. We can skip this. It's going to talk to me about opening this door. Blah, 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 blah. Open the door. Tell me about the marker on the head. And we'll go get into our first battle. Final Fantasy Tactics is very, very good. I love it. I would say my top tier for Final Fantasy games is Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy IX, and Final Fantasy Tactics. Those are my in the upper tier. I think the best that you can get. I think that Final Fantasy XII, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy V, and yeah, I think those three would probably fit into my second tier. And then below that, Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy I, Final Fantasy III, Final Fantasy... What else have I missed? Probably Final Fantasy like 15 would go in there, and then the rest in the bottom. I'm excluding the MMOs out of all of that, by the way. What are the thoughts on 15 in this chat? I think it's a decent game. I think it's a decent game. It's not one of my favorite Final Fantasy games, though. It's not a horrible game by any means. I'm liking the soundtrack in this area. It sounds really good. I don't think people... Well, I can't speak for other people. I think Final Fantasy VIII is a fine game. There's just a couple of things about it that bother me a little bit, but I still think it's. I think it's good. I think it's good. Mikey does not like open world design games. That's probably why you don't like this game. All right, we're gonna actually go with magic on this guy. Thunder. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna need to wait. config that one. I think that's better. Oops. Let's hit up some more thunder spells. The sound effects are different for the spells. The thunder spell here, it's like real light. I wonder if they did that because they wanted to feel more powerful as you level the magic up. But that was like a really weak spark kind of sound on that. It's like, it's very, very subtle. This song, I like the original better than the reorchestrated, no doubt. I'm out of MP. Let's just attack it. Nice. Quickening.
Headline, this is Sunbury. My engines are hit. She'll not hold much longer.
We receive you, Tomberry.
What jobs are you giving to Vaughn? I have not decided yet. Not decided. I think I'm just gonna see what I feel like when the time comes. Hey, Chase Osborne, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Monk's a good class. I like monks too. Especially in Final Fantasy Tactics. Monks are beasts in Final Fantasy Tactics. Talking about the mini-map here. More tutorial stuff. That was definitely true for me, Tomahawk Joe.
Where are you?
That first tutorial in Final Fantasy VIII was pretty intense for me at the time. Anyways.
Stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this.
Herkudiki says that he made Von Ulan does crazy damage and high HP. We'll consider it.
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
Bushi has katanas. Shikari have daggers and ninja swords. Okay. Monks are just broken. It's not even borderline. They're just totally broken. They're way too powerful. Let's see. I'm going to look around here a little bit. I don't think there are any treasure chests unless they've added them into this version, but I always like to look around, see what there is to see. Yeah, Chakra. It's just an amazing ability in Final Fantasy Tactics. So good. Yes, I have just started, so you're not too late. Should have hit the mage first. Nope, there's some more. Calculator was so good that they didn't even use mine because the game became way less fun. The calculator class is very powerful if you can get the sub abilities and then switch it over to, you know, like a black mage or a white mage or something, another type of mage, because they are very slow. So that's the one problem with the calculator class. But once you gain the abilities and you can take them into a faster class, it's game over. I mean, no MP usage for any of your spells, immediate cast, no wait time on it. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Not going to bother fighting these guys too much because, well, no spoilers, but there's no point. So I'll finish these guys off, and then we'll just run through. Whoops, finish them off. I know that they rebalanced this game, so it's supposed to be much easier than the original, and the international version, for that matter. Let's see. I'm just going to check over here just for the hell of it. Yep, there is a treasure chest right there. Got a potion. I think we can open this door too. No, we can't. How much better does this look in real life? Hard to tell from YouTube videos. It's a substantial improvement. I think the biggest difference, aside from it being HD and a lot cleaner, is that it's much more saturated, which I actually am not a fan of. I think that the added color is not conducive to the tone of the game, but that's just personal taste. Who would you rather meet, Joker or Kefka? Probably Kefka. Yeah, the accumulate ability is a must if you want to level up quick. Penelo is best FF12 waifu. I disagree. I'm all about Fran. I like Fran in this game. Let's see. Nothing to see here. Let's head up the stairs. Then there'll be a little scene up here. You just asked me which I'd rather meet, not which one I'm more afraid of. I'd rather meet Kefka.
We have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
Fight well.
Hello. I don't know how to pronounce your name. C's SSBM. How's it going, man? Thanks for joining the stream. Tom W. Nice. Yeah, Fran to me, I don't know. Fran is a lot more attractive than the other characters, in my opinion. Ash is a little too serious. Penelo is a little too young for my taste. I'm 30 years old, guys, so you know, I can't go after teenagers anymore. Wouldn't be right. Which Final Fantasy world would you want to live in the most, or the least? It's a good question. Very good question. I really like Ivalice. I think Ivalice is my favorite Final Fantasy world. Yeah, they still have that weird motion blur in this version. I wonder why they decided to leave that in. It's like a really low... what to call it, like low samples, so you get like a lot of ghosting on the motion blur. Yeah, they should have fixed that.
Your Majesty.
Ivalice is my favorite Final Fantasy world, so I definitely... I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to spoil anything, but in HD this is more noticeable, I'll say that.
What have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Damaska to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent. Along!
Dreams Anarchant would be solid. Be a cool world to live in.
So much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not.
Yeah, FF6 is a good choice, I think, because of what happens. It's a good choice. Final Fantasy XV's world for the same reason, I would say.
You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now.
I like Final Fantasy XV's world a lot before End of World of Ruin.
respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
If you hated the blurriness of this game, this version is very, very clean. So. Regicidal, I should say. If you could be a class in real life, what would you be? Class, huh? A Final Fantasy class? Depends on which game we're talking about, I suppose.
Pretenses of peace left by the
Ninja?
wayside.
I usually like the
Arcadian
ninja class.
forces resumed their advance toward Rabanastre.
Especially Final Fantasy III's ninja
Damascus
class.
had
Solid.
been decided. To make resistance would serve no end. With this
Jack
foremost in
Pate,
my
how you
thoughts,
doing, man? Good to see you.
I, to the people
Welcome
of
to
Dalmasca,
the live stream of Final Fantasy XII.
sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay
Marvin,
down your
I
arms.
can
Pray
almost
songs of
guarantee you
prayer
that this
in their
will
stead.
come to
Prayer
Steam.
for His Majesty
It
King
will,
Raminas,
for sure.
ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer too for the noble Princess Ashe, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life.
I love the music
Know
in this
also
scene.
that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of
Yeah,
His Royal
the
Majesty
calculator
King
class
Raminas,
is a good one to
has
choose
been
too.
found guilty of
Killing
high
people with
treason
maths.
and put to his death. They who at this late hour choose
Hey, man.
still the sword are cut of the same cloth as
Buy
the
whatever
captain.
console you want,
Traitors
whichever one you like.
who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin.
I like the Switch. Switch is nice. It'll be really good at the end of the year when all those games come
Surrender
out.
without terms
I'm freaking stoked for
was soon to follow.
Mario and Rabbids, man. That's going to be a great game. Yeah, Andor's narration is solid in this game. I like it a lot. I know! That's what I was saying, Zen. I think that this game could run on the Switch. It would be awesome to have Zodiac Age on the Switch. I think they could totally do it, too. I think the Switch could handle it.
Hurry it up or they'll find us.
No, this is not my first time playing Final Fantasy XII. I've played the original twice.
You keep an eye out for me up there, Kites. 1, 2, 3
What do you think
more.
about Square Enix being open to make more games in the world of Ivalice? I don't think that they should necessarily do another mainstay title in Ivalice. I've thought about that before, and like I'd be okay with it, I guess, but I would be totally open to them doing more side games in the world of Ivalice. Like a Tactics, like a true Tactics sequel. That's like Final Fantasy Tactics 2. That would be freaking tight. Where did the rat go? So does a ninja that can kill a god by throwing money? Oh, where are you going? There we go. I like this reorchestration.
Wow,
This song's
Vaughn,
nice.
You got him all yourself? Guess I know who to call when something big comes along.
Just the way the dialogue between older characters like Balthier and Bosch is so well constructed. The dialogue in this game in general is fantastic. I think this is the best script in terms of dialogue of any of the Final Fantasy games. This is my absolute favorite one. In terms of localization in general, I think this is the best one.
You should come, Vaughn.
Yes, I do plan on finishing
He's
this
busy
version.
today.
For sure.
Might have some work for you to do, too.
I've got other, work to do. Hey, lock this place up for me, will you?
Yeah,
If
John.
Miguel finds out we've been down,
Delita's World.
he'll tan our
A
hides.
tactics sequel in Delita's World. That'd be freaking great. What do you guys think so far? How do you like the new look for Final Fantasy XII? I think it looks spectacular. It's really good. I just think it's a tad oversaturated. But otherwise, I think it looks awesome.
Huh? What'd you say?
Sir, you haven't paid, and I... What? Haven't paid? Second thought. Please, sir, take it. It's a gift.
Cease. I agree. I agree.
We don't want trouble today.
I think Zen, if we do see anything from FF7 Remake, it's going to be at the Tokyo Game Show. I think that's the next possible chance we have to see something from the game this year.
My patch. It's gone.
This is the console version. There is no PC version right now.
Get out the way.
PC version has not been announced. It will probably come later in the year, but there's no PC version for this as of right now. I've not gotten around to Prompto yet. I actually want to stream that this week as well. Maybe on Friday or something.
What?
The audio is a major improvement for me. The voices have always used to sound tinny. Love the enhanced clarity.
Hey, that's mine.
They did clarify it a little more, like you're saying. I think they did a good job with the EQ, but it's still a bit compressed.
We need you to be
They definitely didn't re-record,
You're no
so
good to anyone if you're locked away in a
I can
dungeon.
definitely tell it's compressed.
Am I the leader now?
Yeah, I liked the HUD better in the original version too. I agree with that.
Come on, Pinello. You know it as well as I do.
Whoops.
Hey, you give that back. What do you think you're doing?
I thought that this money was the people of Dalmasca's property. The Imperials stole it from us, so it's only fair that we take it back. It's our duty as Dalmascans.
Tom W says he likes the oversaturation, but he
wasn't
says
that
he's
what you said?
colorblind, so that's part of why. That makes sense.
But I never said anything about taking it back from me.
This is for that bread you took the other day. Just because I help Miguelo out every now and then, it doesn't mean that you get to eat for free too, you know.
I know that.
Should
You think I like living like this?
Off for now. Glass is freaking like dug into my nose right here. It's like raw right now. Pisses me off.
One of these days, I'll fly an airship of my own. I'll be a sky pirate, free to go where I will.
Well, be careful. You'll never fly anything if you're rotting in a dungeon. Oh, Miguelo had some errands that need doing. He wanted you to drop by his place.
As far as we know, Mike,
Might be a good idea
that
to
seems
lend
to be
a
the
hand.
case, but who knows if they're changing anything now that they've brought the game in-house and they're hiring a whole bunch of new people and stuff. I don't think it'll have a necessarily a Kingdom Hearts battle system, but I mean it's more action-oriented for sure. I kind of like this rendition of the song. It's nice. Alright. Where should we go first? Should we head over to the tavern first? Get the lowdown on how hunts work? Hey, it's Pinello right there. Yeah, she wants me to go see Miguelo first. I think the tavern's right here, though. They want me to see Miguelo first, then I can let me do that. Alright, let's go see Miguelo. They're locking everything off. That part of the song I liked better in the original version. Have you guys already done a retrospective review on 12? No, I'm working on it right now. I'm in the middle of working on it. His abs look way better in this version. Way better.
Supposed to be arriving by courier in the morning. Perhaps he ran into some trouble on the desert. Now I've no foodstuffs to prepare for the banquet tonight.
So you want me to find this courier? Hey, no problem.
No problem. The desert teems with trouble. I'd be sending you to early grave, my boy. No, I've arranged for some replacement goods from Tomage over at the Sand Sea.
So you want me to go to the tavern to pick him up?
Actually, I asked Kites to do that. Wouldn't you know he's gone missing on me, too? I I can't leave my shop, and I've Pinello on another chore at the moment, you see. What I want you to do is run over to the Sand Sea and fetch
John, I don't know. It's just all a matter of personal taste, I guess. If you like the old ones, I don't think Final Fantasy will really ever be the same as it was again, but I still think that there's tons of potential for the new Final Fantasy games to be solid games, good games. And Nier is very good. They definitely have some solid talent at Square Enix, so I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. I like the reflectivity they have on the back of Vaughn's vest there. You see how it changes, how the light reflects on it like that? Very nice touch. Touches like that are making this version of the game look pretty dang good. How many Final Fantasy games do you think the plot could still work if you took out the fantasy elements? I think you could with this one, but few others. The fantasy element. I guess we'd have to define what that means before I can answer the question. Like just the fantasy setting?
Look, Vaughn, look! This is it! This is why Miguel's
like if this one was in like
time.
some kind of realistic, modern, contemporary setting or something? You think it could still work?
Ah, Vaughn! Miguel sent you too, did he?
Final Fantasy VII could
these days,
definitely
Miguel,
work.
if I dare say so myself. I don't envy him the work, though. Not a bit. Quite the affair throwing a banquet to welcome the Imperials, eh?
Yeah. I guess we'll find out about whether he blinks in this version.
What's this?
I originally ordered the Steelbook edition, but it was going to be shipping to my old apartment, and I tried on Amazon to change the address, just to switch the address to where I'm at now, and it would not work. It would not work. And so I was like, darn it. So I canceled that order, and I tried to order again, but it was sold out, so I just had to get the standard edition.
Now, Kites. He was waiting for you.
But I'm okay with it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Hat 89, we were talking about that earlier. The clarity's a little better. They did a good job with their EQ on the voices, but you can definitely still tell it's compressed. Arcadian Genesis says he remembers when Final Fantasy XII was rumored to be the last Final Fantasy game. Actually, it makes sense given what was going on at Square at the time, with Sakaguchi leaving and everything. I don't want to hear the details. Alright, did I accept the quest? Don't need to hear all this, I already know. Human Eastermon, what's up? Do you prefer the fantasy medieval setting in Final Fantasy like 4 and 6, or the realistic modern, but with a spice of fantasy like 8 and 15? 6 was a little bit more of like a steampunk, so it's not traditional medieval fantasy, but generally I really like medieval settings for fantasy. I would say for the most part that's what I prefer. However, I think Final Fantasy, the series in general, has done a really good job of having non-medieval settings that still feel like fantasy. I think Final Fantasy is very good at that. Alright, we accepted the Rogue Tomato Hunt. Oh, the Japanese voices aren't compressed. That's interesting. Once you've chosen a license board, you can't change your mind. So that's the difference in this one here. In order to use weapons, armor, and magics, you must first obtain the proper license. Learn the licenses that support your playstyle. Alright, so this is where you choose your classes. This was not part of the original game. In the original game, the license board was completely open for everybody. In this version, you have to choose classes, and so abilities will be limited within that class. So you can't get every ability with every character. Let's see. So we can do... Some people are telling me the Ulan is good. Warriors who wield spears to pierce enemy armor. That would be good if I wanted to give him the Zodiac Spear. Which is not a bad idea. In my last playthrough, I gave the Zodiac Spear to Ash, though. It made sense to me. Got Machinist. Snipe their foes. Red Battle Mage. Now, I've heard that this is a good class. People like this one. Obviously, red mages, melee, black magic, and white magic, but, you know, jack of all trades, but a master of none kind of thing. Give any thought to your job setup for your party? None. I'm thinking about it at this moment. Stalwart warriors who wield a sword and a shield. I think that class would probably... I'm going to try and pick classes, I think, that fit the character's personality. So a knight is definitely going to be Bosch. Monk... Who could I give Monk to? Maybe Pinello? Maybe Pinello. We'll think about it. Time Mage. Good question. Perhaps Fran. Foebreaker. Warriors who use mighty weapons to tear their foes asunder. Axes and hammers. That sounds like a Bosch thing to me. Archer. This is definitely a Fran one. Black Mage. Mages who channel elemental forces into deadly magics. Black Mage, maybe Ash. Ash might be a good choice for that. Bushi. Sword masters who devote themselves body and soul to their lords. Weapons, katana, techniques. That's a good question too, because that could also be Bosch, to be honest. Now this is more of a like a ninja type class here. I could also see that being a Pinello class. White Mage, maybe Ash again. No, you know what? Ash wields swords. I mean, like later in the game, she's meant to, don't want to spoil anything, but take up certain swords. So maybe she could be this Ulan. No, that's spears. Maybe she could be Bushi? Dodge rate on the monk with pole is insane. Pinello has the best magical power, says Steve Diamond. Maybe I could make Pinello a white mage / monk. So she could use poles. Sounds decent to me. Vaughn is a ninja, says you know, that's a good point. Kind of like a thief-like character, so that makes sense. Two-handed swords. Oh, we got Marquise. We got the Marquise here. Marquise Andor. Yeah, she does wield two-handed swords, so maybe that's... I don't know, though. I mean, I guess I could make more than one character into a knight. So that's always a possibility. Will you use all the classes or double some up? I have no idea. Making the decisions right now. I could also see making Ash into Ulan. But no, I think I want to make her into a sword-wielding class. Because I did spears with her in the last playthrough, and I think it makes more sense to give her swords. Because of the story. Awesome, Corin. Glad you're enjoying it. Herky Durky says monks get crazy amounts of HP. Hold on. What did Tom W say up here? Yeah, I want to know about quickenings. I always figured Ash to be like a paladin, so knight white mage. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Maybe I should make her a knight. So if I make Ash into a knight white mage, that seems to make sense. If I make Bosch into a Bushi... A Bushi... Magic classes don't really make sense for him to me. Maybe a Bushi Knight as well. And then we make Balthier into a machinist. A machinist black mage? Or maybe a machinist red battle mage. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Make Pinello into a monk. Black mage. Perhaps. She feels more like a monk white mage to me, though. And I think that would leave us with Archer Black Mage. Archer Black Mage for Fran. Let's see who we got. That just leaves Vaughn. Who am I missing? I think that's it. But I really need a time mage because the haste spell is freaking ridiculous in this game. It's really important. Machinist, unfortunately, isn't all that great. Guns are really slow. But maybe time magic can make up for that. My heart can't make anyone be a machinist except Balthier. I'm kind of the same way. I'm wanting to make the classes make sense with the characters' personalities for story reasons more than maybe a totally, truly optimized party. That's just my feeling. I like how this won't let you change later, so you really have to put thought into it. Yeah. Definitely a very different way of playing the game because the original was so open. You could do whatever you want, and if you started down one path and you didn't like it, you could totally change to a different path. Okay. We only need to worry about Vaughn right now. I don't need to worry about anyone else. What does Vaughn feel like to me? Vaughn, I think, feels like Ulan, so we can have somebody who wields spears for the Zodiac Spear. I think that makes sense. But for his second... does time make sense for him? Or maybe more Red Battle Mage? Or perhaps the Shikari, the ninja abilities for like the thief element to him. I'm leaning that way. I'm leaning Ulan and Shikari for Vaughn. That seems to make sense for his personality, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Guns do low damage, but they also pierce armor, so they're good for that reason. In my last playthrough, I used a really diverse set of weapons. I tried all of them out, basically, and they all add up to doing roughly the same amount of damage. So I made him a time mage as a secondary. That's what I want to do because I really want time magic, but if I'm going to go with what I feel his personality is, I think Ulan and Shikari makes sense to me. Sir Aaron is saying, Zodiac Spear is no longer the best spear in the game, if I remember correctly. Interesting. So they nerfed it in this version of the game. Shikari is definitely the thiefy one, so makes sense for a street rat. So now it's just... Okay, so we're going to go with that one. We're going to go with that one. Maybe as the primary class. But as a secondary, should we do Ulan or Red Battle Mage or Time Battle Mage? I think Time Battle Mage is out, even though I really want Time Magic. I think just... I mean, Ulan is not necessarily specific to his personality. I just like the idea of him using the Zodiac Spear, but... Vaughn equals White Mage plus Machinist. Oh, this is just the one that you chose. Having classes make licenses make a little more sense. Oh yeah, I agree with that. In the job system, is the job system required, or is it like the PS2 International version where you can use the original board? As far as I know, they rebalanced the game for this system, so you cannot use the original board. I think you have to use classes in this version. I don't think they nerfed it. I think they added more, even better weapons. Okay. Zodiac Spear isn't nerfed, just new weapons that are better. Also, Zodiac Spear is nearly impossible to get now. It's a 1% chance spawn with a 1% chop. Oh, so it's not... They don't have it tied to if you don't get a certain number of chests, you know, at certain places, then it'll be in that one chest. They've changed that entirely. Time Mage seems like a good sub for Machinist Balthier. Yeah, I think Time Mage might be good for Balthier. That's a good point. Yeah, I really want to have a Time Mage. I don't think I want to play this game without a Time Mage, so... Shikari. So we're going to go with Shikari as the first class. And then as a second class, I'm starting to lean away from Ulan if it's really hard to obtain Zodiac Spear in this version. Yeah, I agree, Joshua. I wish they would allow you to play with the original license board in this version of the game. Maybe they can add that as like a DLC or something. I really wish they had. That would make this version of the game perfect for me if they had included the original license board. Let's think about Red Battle Mage for Vaughn's secondary. Because he'll be able to use some white magic, which will be nice. Especially early on when he's by himself. And he'll be able to use some black magic. Maybe some like melee weapons that the Shikari won't have. I think I'm gonna make Pinello into a monk. Link Zelda, possibly. I don't know. It depends on if I get tired of the game or not. We'll see. I'm leaning toward Red Battle Mage. What do you guys think? Should I do that, or should I do Ulan? Or Time Battle Mage? Those are the three choices. Arcadian Genesis. I think a lot of people would agree with you. The only reason I say they should add the original back in is just for those who like that license board. So I think it just would serve, more people. People would be able to choose which one they want. That's why I would like to have it in. White Mage is a phenomenal pair with Shikari. Shikari gets a lot of swiftness and health, both of which White Mages take extreme advantage of. That's not a bad point. Where do the names Ulan and Shikari come from? New words to me. Ulan, a cavalryman armed with a lance as a member of various European armies. But I don't think that fits with Vaughn's personality, necessarily. Is Pinello the best black mage? I don't know. Make Battle Mage his secondary class. That's what I'm leaning towards. Red Battle Mage. Because he'll still have access to white magic. Try putting White and Time Mage as the same character, and this way you will have support character. You can use Protectica and Hastega. I'm gonna go with Red Battle Mage. Or can I not do that right now? Oh, is it not even open to choose a secondary class yet? Is that gonna come later? Alright, I just wasted a lot of time for no reason. Let's go kill that red tomato. Giant Robot, I am. I am enjoying the game. Welcome, by the way. Where am I right now? I need to go this way. What equipment do I have? A dagger and leather stuff. You unlock secondary later. Okay, good to know. Let's go kill this tomato. Shikari also gets some white magic, says Herky Durky. Oh, wait a minute. What am I supposed to do first? Go back to... what's his name? The freaking lizard man. Magello. See if Kite's made it back. Marquise Ondar says it's his best Final Fantasy, and that he is, of course, completely unbiased. Did kites come back here? Hold on, does it tell me what I'm supposed to do right now? It took too long on the license board, and now I forgot. I already know which hunt I have. I was gonna go do that, but it's not letting me leave. Sorry, these exclamation points drive me. I'm not gonna do all of those right now. Not while I'm on stream, but if I was playing by myself, I would have looked at all of those. Let's see, was Kites still in the tavern? Jack Batey thinks he's a great Dissidia player. He's challenging us all. Hold on. Let's see, is it still the options button? No, this button. There we go. The East Gate's the only way out. Oh, I went to South Gate. That's why. We got to go to East Gate. Now I remember. Zachary is asking what the combat style is like in this one. Think a traditional Final Fantasy battle system, but with like MMO-ish like aesthetic to it. It's virtually the same as the ATB system. It's just like you can move around in real time while you wait for your turn.
You there, let's see some papers, boy. No public passage on account of the Lord Consul's parade.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. You see, it just so happens that your provisioner for the fete tonight...
I like the updated soundtrack for the most part so far, too. It's nice.
For the Consul's dining pleasure. He wants them quick. I got the writ of transit
Warlock.
right here. You see?
I haven't used it yet because I haven't wanted to.
I just hate to see the Consul...
I will use it, don't worry.
...wasn't ready on time. And I sure hate to see him take it out on you.
The Lord Consul is a great man, and not one to take offense in such trifling matters. Move along, boy. Wouldn't do to keep the Consul waiting. Right. Gates are closed after this.
Save the game real quick. Create a new save, and then I can come back and record footage whenever I want. Yeah, Izumaki Resonance. People were saying that the Japanese voices aren't compressed like the English ones, so it's interesting. They do sound better, Pablo. They're still a little compressed, but they do sound a little better. They're not perfect though, for sure. Ooh, look at the bloom effects. And you see how the ground is reflecting light onto his back, giving it like a real orange kind of like glow to it? That's a nice effect. That's a nice effect. I like this version of the song. What techniques? I have steal right off the bat. Not that I can steal anything from these guys. Oh, Windstone. I can sell that. Alright, the rogue tomato should be up here. Oh, they didn't do the scene. Maybe that only happens after you get him halfway down on his health. Let's see. Yeah, Jack, it looks really great. Okay, so that's a new feature, by the way. I just activated the 4 times speed. You just press the L1 button at any time, and it just speeds up the game a lot, like this. Speaking of, I should probably use a potion. And then you just turn it off at any time, like that. I'd like to bring him away from the other enemies, if I can. So I don't have to fight more than one at a time. There we go. Yes, Giant Robot, you can choose Japanese voice acting. I kind of want to try in Japanese too, Rob.
Never thought I'd see him growing out here.
Yes, John, I agree. I love the addition of being able to speed the game up.
This'll make a
I
nice
love it.
souvenir.
I think it's a really, really, really good addition to this game specifically because of how long certain stretches of the game are in between like cutscenes and stuff. You just go like zone to zone to zone to zone to zone, fighting, fighting, fighting. The 4 times speed will make that go by much quicker. I like it a lot. And you can do 2 times speed or 4 times speed in the menu. There is no option for 3 times speed. Or I'll show you real quick. The options are 2 times speed or 4 times speed. So 2 times speed is nice. I think that's what was in the international version originally. So, you know, like this. This is a little bit easier in terms of running around. It's like easier to navigate at 2 times speed. 4 times speed, it's like it's so fast you can almost not like keep up. I like the 4 times speed though, just because it makes fighting so much quicker in areas where, you know, you're grinding or whatever. I should probably use a potion real quick. So watch, I'm going to do a little leveling up right now. There we go. Let's see, licenses. What can we get right now? Okay, so this is the new license board. So you see that it's not split into 2 like different sections like it used to be. Where like all the abilities are at the top and all like the weapons and armor at the bottom. It's all kind of part of the same thing now, and that's locked into the class. So the Shikari class has abilities and equipment that the other classes don't have. Can you just switch to Japanese voices in a menu? I think you can. I'll give that a try in a second. So we can get Martyr, gain MP after taking damage. That's a good one. First Aid, restore HP to 1 HP critical ally. I think I'm going to go for this one right now. Oh, I don't have enough license points. Let me wait just a little longer to get a few more points. Let's see if we can change the Japanese voice acting. Yes. Switch to Japanese. Is it as easy as that? We'll find out. I don't see how it would mess up the balance. What do you mean by that? The balance would be the same, it's just quicker, just faster. And like I said, anytime you can turn it off. Just like that. Did we notice if his grunts were different? Yeah, it is. Different voice actor. So it's as easy as that. You can just make a quick change in the menu to Japanese voices. Ooh, I don't want to fight that many. Not without the help of the Tyrannosaur. Let's go up this way. Oh, I turned on the map. How did I do that? Oh, left stick in. If you hold the left stick in, it pulls up a mini-map like this. This is actually a great addition to the game, in my opinion. Because that mini-map up there, you can't see very much area on it, so it's easy to get lost. I like that you can pull up a mini-map on the bottom or in the middle of the screen like that and get a better sense of where you're going, what areas you haven't been to yet, etc. I think I have enough points on the license board now. I think I'll go for the 30 first. I'll do a few more fights here. Yes, if you fight the wolves and you drag them over to the T-Rex will fight them sometimes. I should probably heal. Where are you going? Anyways, this makes leveling up so much faster. I'm really a big fan of this choice. Let's see, how many license points do I have now? 29, one more kill. Does this run at 60 FPS? Hold on. I know you guys won't be able to see it at 60 FPS. Let me switch it back to normal speed here. That looks like 30 to me. That does not look like 60. So, I don't know. I guess you could look it up. I'm sure somebody has an answer to that, but that looks like 30 to me. Alright. Let's grab this guy here. Oh, wait. Armors. Let's be honest. Maybe I should go for these first. Because I don't really use MP right now. Might be more useful to get the better armor first. It's so weird to have accessories down here with the armors and stuff. Or I could get that first aid. I'd have to get first aid first. Do I even have that technique right now? Okay, I'm not going to bother with it. I'm going to go with light armor 2. Ooh, new daggers. An accessory. Ooh, Libra. That's a good one. In any case, let's go report the hunt. Digital Foundry confirmed 30 cap. Okay. That's what it looked like to me, but what do I know? I mean, I do know because I work in video, so usually I can tell the difference. But didn't want to say anything just in case I was wrong. Who do I need to talk to here, Kites? There we go. Oh, this Japanese. Ooh, I like his Japanese voice. Chocolate Rob, you unlock the second job class later. I think you press L2 once you've done it and you can switch between them. It's not available at the very beginning of the game. Steve is mentioning how you can start a game where the characters don't level up for what do you call it? Runs of the game, challenge runs. I like Miguelo's voice in Japanese as well. Pablo, I agree. I like his Japanese voice. Vaughn's Japanese voice is nice. I might play this whole game in Japanese. CPA SHP. Mike, I've been wondering if there are any noticeable links, thematic references between the Ivalice titles. I will be doing a future Understanding Story episode on the Ivalice Final Fantasy games. Confirmed. I will do it. Yes, the audio is much better in the Japanese version. It's not compressed at all. I think I'm going to play the game Japanese. I think I really am. Play the whole game in Japanese. Yeah, I think the voice acting in English is actually quite good. I don't really have a problem with any voice in the English version, but I think I like Vaughn's voice a little better in Japanese. Hey, John, we'll see you later, man. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks, man. Yeah. I have an Understanding Story episode in the works right now that goes over Show Don't Tell. After that, I'm either going to do an Ivalice Understanding Story, a Xenogears Understanding Story, or a Final Fantasy VII Understanding Story. I'm going to let the patrons vote on which one they want first. Irk, it does sound better. They've definitely increased the clarity with their EQ, but it still sounds a little compressed. I think I like Vane's voice better in English. The lips matched the Japanese version. That's interesting. We were talking about that in on the podcast yesterday. The lip sync is perfect in the Japanese. It's done for the Japanese, at least in the scene here. Vagrant Story I have not played. I really want to play that one bad though. I think that might be the first game I play after I finish my Final Fantasy review series. It might even be one that I just do after I finish the Final Fantasy XV review. So I'll start playing Final Fantasy XI for review, but I think I'll play Vagrant Story side by side. No, I don't hate his voice. Darmaska? Yeah, I like his voice better in English too, Hat. Vagrant Story is really good. And if you're talking about graphics, I think it still looks good. It's the best looking game on the PS1. Sir Aaron? No, go for it. I don't know if it'll let you do it, but... Pizza or pasta, if I had to choose one. I'd go with pasta. Pasta for me. Hat, I agree. They did it much better with this remaster, I think, than they did with 10's. With keeping the original models looking like the way that they did originally, without changing them too much. Oh, I see what you mean, Steve. I love to hate his voice. I see what you're saying.
これは失礼おば。
かといって死生観閣下などとは呼ばんでくれよ。私も今日
I like this version of the song.
ベインで構わんよ。
しかしそれでは
呼び捨ては抵抗があるか。ならば今夜は君が私をベインと呼ぶまで飲んでもらうぞ。
だらしないな、ミゲロさん。
ミゲル。
下げたくて頭下げてるんじゃないの。それくらいわからないの。
それにしてもベイン様は
逆らったら何されるか。
だからってさ。
じゃあバンならどうするの？
どうするって。俺なら。
Nice. Good scene. I like that scene.
聞いてるの？ねえ、バンってばちゃんと聞いてる？雰囲気変わったね。タバナスタじゃないみたい。どんどん帝国に飲み込まれてく。
I prefer tactics. I prefer tactics for sure.
何言ってんの？招待されてないのに王宮に入れるわけないじゃない。
じゃあどうすれば入れる？
そんなの知らないよ。ミゲロさんに頼んでみるとか、ダウンタウンのダランさんに聞いてみるとか。ねえ、突然どうしたの？
言っただろ。ダルマスカのものを取り
I'm
戻す。
totally digging Vaughn's Japanese voice. Very good.
なんてのどう？お宝盗んでさ、みんなにおごってやるよ。そしたらパネルの機嫌も良くなるだろ。
冗談ばっか。そんな宝が手に入ったらまず飛空艇買っちゃう。
My favorite race in the Final Fantasy series,
バンの気持ちは嬉しい
aside
かな。
from Humes, I
それだ
guess.
けもらってくよ。じゃあね。
I like the air ute.
飛空艇か。
You know why.
本気でやってみるか。ミゲロさん
No,
には迷惑
serious answer to that question.
頼りはダランジ。
Probably Moogles.
あのじいさんなら
Moogles
きっ
would
と
probably
何
be
か
the
知
next
ってる。
choice.
ダウンタウン行ってみるか。
Let's go report that hunt. Get the fetch out of the way. We can buy gambits here. I don't know what wrestler sounds like in Japanese, but in English he's the same, so... Final Fantasy XII comes first in the Evilise chronology. Tactics, I think, is last. Well, then Tactics advance, but you know what I mean. Let's totally get this freaking... He's here in the tavern, so just talk to the guy right here. That article is wrong, Sir Aaron. Sorry to say. The article you read is incorrect. 12 comes before Tactics. It is known. Check the Final Fantasy wiki, you'll see. Tactics was released first, then Vagrant Story was released after Tactics, and then 12 came after that. Now, their release order is that, but the game order is opposite. Like, in terms of its chronology within the world. What else can I do? Wait, I did not accept the new hunt. I don't know why I turned that on. Is it you? No thanks. Who is the one who has that? Is it you? No. No. Is it the guard? No. Is it the dude sitting down? I think it is. This guy. Yeah. Take it. Dextera. What am I hearing? Oh, they're doing some construction work. Sorry about that. If you end up doing an understanding story for Xenogears, then Xenosaga might be worth playing all the way through. Yes, I will definitely get through Xenosaga eventually. Where am I right now? This way. Ah, jeez, it's too hard to run through the city with that. That stretch was okay. How much money do I have? 3,800. I love the art of this game. I agree. I actually think that my favorite character artist in the Final Fantasy series is... oh shit, what's his name? Yoshida? Yoshida? The guy who does Final Fantasy Tactics, Vagrant Story, Final Fantasy XII, Final Fantasy XIV. I think he did Final Fantasy XI as well. He's my favorite concept artist, character artist in the series. Ryan is saying that there's a, looks like there's a tournament for voting for Final Fantasy characters on the FF Wiki, so check it out. You should hit the wild Sarion, he's a chump. I don't remember what that is. Let's go see if we can kill that Thextera or whatever it's called. Amano is great too. I mean, no disrespect to Amano, but Yoshida is my favorite. Easily. Okay, it's up here somewhere. Let me take a look at the map. Alright, it's up this way. Sorry guys if you're experiencing lag. My internet's not as fast as it used to be at the new place, so come at me. Come at me. Maybe I can drag the little one out. Come on, just one of you. Just I want aggro on one. Just one. Come on. Maybe I'll go the other way around. Come on. Who can I get? Who can I get? Whose aggro can I get? Come on, see me. See me. See me. Oh, shoot. Kill him first. Oh, there's three of them. Oh, shoot. Darn. I didn't realize there were going to be three of them. I was trying to get one. Actually, that sandstorm is in the original too. It's just it comes and goes, depending on the time of year, time of day, that sort of thing. I think tougher enemies are spawned. See, this time it didn't show up. That's consistent. That's how it was in the original. It's a VPN while streaming. I think I'm just gonna head over here.
Yeah. Ha. Yes. Ha. Hey. Yeah. Ha. Hey. Yeah. Ha.
Alright, I will not increase the battle speed this time. Where am I at right now? Let me go this way. I'll kill this one first.
Hey. Yeah. Hey. Ha.
Alright, can we get just one? Just one. Just one of you, not the other. Oh, there's 3 of them up there. Crap. Crap, 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 crap. I'm going to stay on top of the healing. I'm going to go after the boss first. I might not be a high enough level for this fight. It's a very good possibility of that. Just keep going. Keep going. Who are you attacking? You're not attacking the right one anymore. I think I need to run. This is not something I can do yet. Whoa. Run away. Run away. Run away. Oh, I'm trying to... Hold on. It's different buttons now. How do you run in this game? It used to be the stick in. Seems that's not the case anymore. I think I'm dead. We will eventually be getting Google Fiber here in the building as well. We just don't have it yet. I mean, the internet speed is still decent here, but must just not be as good or good enough to do the bit depth I'm trying to do. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there, because it looks like it's lagging for people, and I need to get going anyway.